see. I don't know if we're live. All right. Looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is November 16th, 2021, and this is the live stream. I'm coming to you again for the second time today. Welcome. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you're having a great day and everything's going well. Let's talk crypto, right? Let's talk about Bitcoin. And the title of this live stream is why this is not the end of the bull market, right? This is not the end of the bull market. I've been talking about some pretty bearish predictions, projections of where the price is going to go, yet and still I am firmly entrenched in my belief that this is not the bull market end, okay? And those two things are not mutually exclusive, and I'm going to explain why. And I think this is very, very, very important because many people seem to believe that it's either or, right? Either we go to 100K by December, whenever, sometime soon, and, that's it, or this is it. That's not what we're going to do. We're starting the bear market, 3-year, 4-year bear market. No, I completely disagree, and this is the power of good technical analysis, right? When you can do good technical analysis, all of this is very, very, very clear in the charts. All right, so let's get into it. Let me know if you're here. Please like the stream so that more people can find out about this. If this is probably helpful to many people in our space. Like the stream, comment, tell me where you're from, what you're doing, if you're a new subscriber, all that stuff. All right, so we're on the weekly chart. And we have Bitcoin, and we have this, some lines that I drew, ABC. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know exactly what this means. For those of you who know something a little bit about Elliott wave theory, you'll also know what this means. I've drawn in a correction. Let's zoom out a little more and give some context to this, okay? Let me turn off auto, because that's the bane of my existence. Hey, Colby. Hey, Amen. Amen or Amen? Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Correct me. So if you see these three lines, ABC, this means what preceded it is 5 waves up, okay? That's how Elliott wave theory works. This is the simplest explanation of Elliott wave theory. Basically, every impulsive action, whether up or down, happens in 5 waves. 3 of those waves are positive, 2 are negative, meaning 3 of those waves go with the trend and 2 against the trend. After those 5 waves, you get an ABC correction. There's nothing simpler. Anybody can understand that, right? And that is a powerful, powerful sort of concept principle that Ralph Nelson Elliott discovered 100 years ago, more or less. And there are patterns that we can see throughout every single asset without exception. You can find a failed 5th wave, yeah, fine, but it's still a 5th wave, right? And then you have rules by which these waves sort of behave. There are certain Fibonacci sequences and levels that they respect. This is what enables some people who have mastered Elliott wave theory to be profitable traders and sometimes make price predictions or projections that scare some people, because some people don't understand that there are certain patterns in nature, that mathematical patterns that repeat. And why do I say nature when we're looking at price action, we're looking at the price of an asset, Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever? It's because the price is nothing but our human psychology. It's nothing but fear and greed, right? So this is us. This is our These are our buying habits. These are our selling habits. This is everything to do with us, and we are nature. This is why Fibonacci levels work. This is why Elliott wave theory works on any and every asset, and you don't need to know anything about the fundamental analysis of the asset to do the technical analysis. Okay, so let me just put the 5 waves in really quickly. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you've heard this many times before, right? This is nothing new, but I have to put some context into this, or else some new people may not understand. Okay, so those are the 5 waves up. Okay, some of you may be thinking, Dean, how do you know those are 5 waves? I've heard of Elliott wave theory. It's bullshit. It's super subjective. People draw waves everywhere and every which way. Yes and no. There's something subjected to the interpretation of Elliott wave theory, but the theory and the principles in and of themselves are not subjective. And I welcome you to look up the principles of Elliott wave theory. There are only few principles. I'm not going to go over it right now, but those are kind of hard and fast principles that all of these assets abide by. So we count 5 waves. Okay, this is my count. Ending 5th wave diagonal. That's clearly the 5th wave. The 3rd wave is the longest, typically, and the most impulsive. You got a 4th wave retracement, a 2-wave retracement. The 2-wave retracement is complex. The 4-wave retracement is simple. By law of alternation, you have balance. All right. I have the pink EMA, which is the 8 exponential moving average. 8 is a Fibonacci number, and that typically hugs the price action quite close. It hugs the trend, and as soon as it's broken, you see a break in trend. Okay, and it's broken over here. Not only is that broken, but the yellow line, which is the 21 exponential moving average, is broken, and immediately you see a correction. That was the May drop. Okay, now from then on, we got a B wave. Very simply put. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in and show you. This is a reversal. This was our Wyckoff accumulation pattern that we saw from May to July, right? Again, I pointed this out on this morning's stream. This is a reversal, right? Obviously, this reversal took how long did it take? It took about 2 months, okay? But if you know the anatomy of a reversal, if you know anything about Wyckoff accumulation, you could read this one of 2 ways. You could read it as, or one of 3 ways. You can zoom in and see a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and look at the what do they call it? My gosh, the LPSY and the PSY and it's not called the dip, it's called the spring. Yes, and then the sign of strength, and then you can look at it that way if you zoom in, or very, very simply put, just like I said this morning, you can look at it as a reversal. Right? When price reverses on any time frame, price action reverses trend. So it was going down, now it's going up. It was going up, now it's going down. It's going to give you this anatomy, these 3 kind of picks, right? Think of it as a fork. You can look at it, and the 3rd way you can look at it, so you can look at it as a Wyckoff accumulation. You can look at it as just simple price reversal anatomy, or you can look at it in terms of a correction of an A, B, C. I'm going to draw that out really quickly. I'm going to change the color for B. Oh, damn it. All right, let me just not change the color, just separate it. B, and then C. C goes into the impulse. So I think C is kind of like the first wave of the impulse, right? That's all this is. This is all this is. So if you're looking at this, right, and please stay with me, I'm not kind of just going into random things. I'm staying on topic, actually, right? We're talking about why this is not the end of the bull run. Actually, technically, the bull run hasn't even started. If you're talking about the bull run, okay? We're still in correction. We've been in correction ever since April 12th, 2021. We haven't been in a bull run since April of 2021. We've been in a correction. This is why there's a top here. This is why there's a resistance here. Because there's no way to go up. Price is still correcting from all of this. Price is correcting from all of this. This is why the last phase of this correction is what we're going into now. Whoops. The last phase of this correction is what we're going into now. And that is essentially going to take us, usher us into the actual bull run. I hope you guys understand this. You guys have not, if you haven't been around in this market in 2017 or before in 2013, you have not experienced the bull run. You have not experienced the $10,000 Bitcoin candles, daily candles. You have not experienced a 20x in one day. That's the bull run. This B wave is cool, but it's not the bull run. The bull run was this, especially this third wave. We haven't experienced this yet. For a lot of you who are new to the market, you don't know this. And so if anybody tells you that because what's going to happen, I'll tell you what's going to happen. And hello, everyone. Hello, Steve, Leo, Daniel. Hello. Welcome. For anybody that tells you, because what's going to happen? We're going to dip more, right? Some people are already saying your favorite YouTubers. I don't know if it's your favorite. I'm just, it's a figure of speech. Your favorite YouTuber, the famous YouTubers are saying, this is just a dip. We're just retesting previous levels of support. We're creating levels of support to the downside. We haven't retested these levels yet. They have a whole playbook and stuff like that. And they're going to tell you, buy the dip. Don't buy the dip. That's crazy. We're in a downtrend. Why the hell would you buy something which is essentially longing something that is going down? You wait until it starts going up before, but fine, not financial advice. Some of you maybe, I don't know if anybody's doing this, dollar cost average and average your buys. So you buy at every level of support. Okay, fine. But if you don't want to buy something that's going to go down, most likely, then don't buy the dip. It's not going to stop dipping for a while, okay? They're going to tell you buy the dip. They're going to tell you, we're just retesting. They're going to tell you, don't freak out. We haven't created a lower low yet, right? And they're correct. We technically haven't created a lower low. And actually, we don't create a lower low until we get below 30K. Actually, no, 29K. Until we go under 29K, this is not, we don't create a lower low, right? So all of that is stuff you're going to hear. But few people will tell you this is normal. This is a correction, right? They look at this on low time frames and they have no problem. But when they zoom out on the weekly and they see an ABC correction, they can't believe it. And I'll tell you exactly why. I believe. I don't know exactly why, but I think. I think the reason people have so much trouble accepting this simple concept of ABC correction, this is not complicated, eh? I'm not telling you, we're going to go, Bitcoin is yet to correct to the 1.416 Fibonacci level. And if you look over the price action of Bitcoin every two and a half years, it corrects to the 1.416, and we haven't done that, and we haven't filled a CME gap that's approximately... No. I'm telling you very simply, look at this chart. The reason we're going down, very simply, it's not because of China, it's not because of, some company that got rejected for a Bitcoin's ETF. It's not because of anything like that. Not because of Elon Musk or what he did say or what he didn't say. It's because we had 5 waves up, and after 5 waves up, we get a correction. That's it. That's the power of technical analysis. And this is how little, I tell you this is how little your favorite YouTuber, your favorite chartist, people who charge for lessons on learning technical analysis and charge for calls, maybe they may be able to trade in and out and make a few profits here and there, but this is how little they know. This is basic information. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel know this. This is basic Elliott wave theory. And there's a reason they use Elliott wave theory on Wall Street. It's because they need to know this stuff, right? If you have, 8-9 figures assets under management, if you don't know this, you're cooked. You can't control. Yeah, fine. You'll see a lot of people on the internet. They'll be leverage trading millions of dollars and then they'll get liquidated all the time. But talk about billions of dollars, right? No fund manager that has billions of dollars under management is ignorant to this. I'll tell you that right now. And guess what? They're not on Twitter. And if they are, they're not talking and telling you, the bears are fucked and all that. They're not talking that nonsense. It's just a normal correction. This C wave does not hate Bitcoin. This C wave does not want you to have a bad Christmas. It just is. It's natural. What goes up must come down. This is how things go down, okay? This is why the bull market's not over. This is why once we get here, or whenever this is, if it's a running correction, maybe it's here, right? If it's a regular flat that corrects to the 1, maybe it's here. If it corrects to the 1, 2, 3, 6, maybe it's here. Whatever it is, once we finish and we get our reversal, prepare yourselves for price action that's so parabolic you can't even keep up. You're going to have issues making entries. You're going to go to sleep. Your portfolio is you're going to wake up and your portfolio is going to have doubled or tripled. This is what it means to be in a bull market. We're not yet in the bull market. This is why, in short, the bull market is not ending when people see Bitcoin falling below 58 because they say 58 is crucial support. It's fine as long as we're above 60 or above 58. We're going to go to 55 very soon. All right? Once we hit 55, then we got another target to the downside, another target to the downside, another target to the downside. Many people will quit crypto. Many people will give up. And this is going to last approximately, again, I said this morning, one of the hardest things to do in technical analysis is do not price predictions, time predictions. It doesn't even help you that much, to be honest. But more or less, okay, I'm saying more or less by Q1 of next year, so February or March, I expect this correction to be complete, okay? A lot of people will have left the space. If you understand any of this, it's in this time that you make your money. It's in this time that you quintuple your portfolio, you sextuple your portfolio. It's in this time that if you were planning to make $10,000, you're making $1 million. This is where, right here, is where, right here is where you make your millions by accumulation, okay? This is the name of the game. From now until Q1, you want to accumulate, okay? That means don't mess it up. Try to sell around here. This is not financial advice, but this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell the top, and I'm going to go into, in a second, VRA and how I'm trying to sell the top, what I'm looking at, okay? Try to sell near the top and buy back around here. You will multiply your money exponentially. Not only that, the more you know, the more you make. Stay in the space. Stay aware. Understand. Be ready to buy when it's time to buy, okay? Be ready to get back in the market when it's time to get back in the market. So you buy low, okay? That's how you're going to make life-changing wealth for you and your family. That's how you gain financial freedom in crypto. You have to go through a bear market. And actually, we're so lucky to go through this because this is, if you know anything about what's going on, you stay with it, you buy high or you sell high and you buy back low. But a lot of people, what they're going to do is they're going to hold all the way down here. Maybe they sell here. Maybe they quit, they sell, and they swear off crypto altogether. And once we start going back up, they're not even in the space. Okay? Let me just look at some comments. Smaller time frames. I will go into the smaller time frames in a moment. It's emotional not to accept TA, but I think we're bullish unless close below 58K. Once done, my sentiments are bearish, though. Elliott waves are too good to predict price actions. Aman, I was just, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I was just talking about how, I'm not going to go into why Elliott wave works or how it works, but I would welcome you if you're curious. Do a little bit of research into it, like serious research. Not like somebody's opinion on Twitter. Most people on Twitter or, I guess on Twitter that don't use Elliott wave analysis don't use it because they don't know anything about it. They know a little bit about it, or they don't know what they're doing with it, and so it doesn't work for them, and so they think it's bullshit. But I can assure you, I've been using it very, very profitably, and it's very, very consistent. Okay, and there's no guarantees in any market, right? But I'm very confident that you will see 55 to 53K very, very soon. You may see it tomorrow morning, right? The hardest thing is to make time predictions. When you're going to see it, I don't know. But you may see it very soon. But the edge you need to develop, right? How you make your money. How do you beat the market? When we're doing this, whether investing or trading, like short time frame, medium time frame, long time frame, the way we make our money is by having an edge. We need to beat other people, right? This is a zero-sum game. Whenever you buy, there's got to be somebody that's selling. Whenever you sell, there's got to be somebody that's buying. It's a zero-sum game. When you make a lot of money, somebody else lost a lot of money, okay? Those whales that don't know anything, that like to play with a lot of money, that get liquidated, obviously the exchange wins, but also they sell positions. They're forced to sell positions because they're liquidated. Somebody else gains if they know what they're doing, right? This is how you make your money, through understanding what's going to happen, okay? And it's not that complicated. But even with this understanding, let me tell you, without a steady trading system, you can't make money. Charting is actually simple, the simple part. Trading in and out is complicated, and this is what we talk about a lot on this channel, right? But buying and holding, finding a low, buying and holding, and selling near the top, that's not that hard. And this is what I hope you should do to make the most money possible, right? And I'm just going to share something personal with you guys. One second, I'm going to take a drink. I got into crypto in 2017 because my brother told me about it. I didn't know what I was doing. I bought a few things. I didn't really do much research. I did a little bit of research. I kept it in a Ledger wallet, and I forgot about it. And I turned around, and many years later, he reminded me that I had bought certain things. I didn't even remember what I had bought. And I had thousands of dollars of certain things that I didn't know. I didn't know that the price had gone almost to zero and then back up again. I wasn't paying attention, right? I didn't know anything about anything. And then I was like, hold up. That asset did what? In the time that I wasn't paying attention, it went to what? And then back up again and past the level that I bought it at? What is this? This is ridiculous. I can't believe it. So I started learning everything I possibly could. following every possible YouTuber, watching every show. Over time, I saw, okay, this person maybe knows what they're talking about. This person is entertaining, but they don't really know this. And I started learning from all these different people, right? Just like you guys are doing. And I started studying technical analysis very seriously. I started studying pattern analysis. I'm studying a little bit of Elliott wave theory, reading books. I couldn't stop. I still can't stop. I'm obsessed. I would look at the price every day, and look for patterns, learn about Fibonacci analysis and all that stuff. And eventually, I saw, oh wow, if I do this, not only will I make a lot of money, I may never have to work again a day in my life. My mother may never have to work again a day in her life. I can not only make money, life-changing money for myself, but also for my family, and I can give away a lot of money to, charities that I want to if I do this. This is why I'm here. This is probably why you guys are here, right? Why are you here? Why are you in crypto? Everybody has a why. Your why is probably you want to make life-changing money. Who doesn't, right? This is one of the best opportunities ever. But let me tell you, buying and holding Bitcoin or something like that is cool. And over time, yeah, you'll make some money. But if you can even get close to buying high and selling low, really buying low and selling high, not only will you make money, but you'll make it so much faster. And that is a good thing and a bad thing. And why? One, because you don't want to be impatient. The market takes from the impatient and gives to the patient, typically. You want to be you want to do things and you want to be quick, but at the same time you want to be patient and calm and very strategic. So don't FOMO and don't rush in. But this is a strategy, and off of this understanding, you can make a life-changing strategy by selling high and buying low. All right. So that's basically why I believe basically I'm doing this. I'm not just talking about it. Like you'll see in a moment, I'm looking to sell VRA at the top. And I've shared this with everybody. I don't have that many followers. I have like 200 something followers. But I don't care if you guys know exactly where I'm trying to sell. I'm not that rich that I have so much that I'm like, oh no, I can't tell them because if they sell at that same price, I won't be able to sell it. No. I want you guys to sell too. Sell high too. I want you guys to be rich as well. Maybe later if I have way too many followers, maybe there's certain things I won't say because I don't want to get front run. But at this point in time, F it. Like, even then, if I have money, why wouldn't I want you guys to have money? You know what I mean? If I know in this bull run, I'm very confident I'm going to make life-changing wealth, okay? And if I work, I'm going to work because I feel like it, right? And I'm going to do the work that I really, really want to do. I want that for everybody, to be honest. And especially since you're here, right? Not everybody takes the time to learn about this stuff. Not everybody takes the time to watch videos, watch analysis, and say, oh, this guy knows what they're talking about. This guy maybe doesn't know what they're talking about. This guy's good at this. This guy's good at that, right? There's certain people I watch for fundamental analysis, Rand Neuner. There's certain people I watch for technical analysis. I watch my own videos, actually, for technical analysis, and I watch somebody called Trade Confident. He uses indicators, but his technical analysis is some of the best on YouTube that I've seen. And I watch Alessio Restani for his Elliott wave theory. There's not many people that I watch still. I used to watch a lot more, but then I used to watch CoinsKid. No disrespect, but he doesn't really know what he's talking about. Unfortunately, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I used to watch a lot of people that I'm like, there's something missing, right? There's something missing in their understanding of the analysis. Anyway, I digress. This is my strategy. So, really quickly, just to recap, I'm saying, and I've said this many times, let me take off auto. Let's go into the other chart, because I've done marks on this chart. Okay. I'm pretty much seeing Bitcoin bouncing here for a few reasons, okay? I'll give you The pattern analysis, I'll give you the Elliott wave reason. Okay, 2 reasons. 1, or Elliott wave first, right? Very simply, you guys seen this many times. For those of you who are subscribed, you take the trend-based Fibonacci extension tool from the top of the wave to the bottom of the 1 wave, right? This is easy. And then the retracement of the 2 wave, and your target is going to be between the 1618 and the 2, okay? So that means 55 and 53. And what's your name? Amen. That this is why I'm saying you're going to see 55 very soon. It's between 1618 and 2. Okay, that's the Elliott wave theory. And another person who I know, I watch BitBoy because he's entertaining. He doesn't pretend to know any technical analysis. He's terrible at technical analysis. He uses market cipher, but he's entertaining. I think I like to hear his his theories of his conspiracy thing. He's just fun to me. I watch that for entertainment, and for sometimes just the news. I used to watch Altcoin Daily for news, but they're boring. I like them; they're nice, but they're boring. So I watch BitBoy for news, and then you know who's good at technical analysis? He's really good. Crypto Mo. He's a German guy. Crypto Mo. He has a German channel, but he just started his English channel. His technical analysis is very good. He only uses patterns, but he has the best pattern analysis that I've seen on YouTube, actually. He's good. He's close friends with Chris Crypto, but Crypto, he's not as good in terms of technical analysis with charts. But I watch Chris, not Chris. I watch Chris for entertainment because he's hilarious, and he has short videos. So I just it's funny. But Crypto Mo, his TA, if you want to learn pattern analysis, Crypto Mo is really good. Okay. Anyway, so the pattern analysis. Let's go on a very large time frame. The daily, and basically you will see that we have on the daily a rising wedge. Okay, and pattern analysis is great. I use it sometimes for Confluence in my analysis, right? But it's not as precise as Elliott wave. But I use it sometimes when I can't count waves, you know? So it's good to know a bit of everything. And to get if you want to be a certified market technician like Crypto Burb, who I used to watch, but God, he's a certified market technician. He sells courses, and he's telling people to long at 66, right? Whatever. I respect people that are, he's doing work, right? He's not everybody's right all the time. And I'm not going to impugn his character. He's a good guy. He has a good business. Him and Libs and that team at Crypto Burb. But yeah, to get a certified market technician sort of certificate, you need to know a little bit of everything, and you need to know Elliott wave theory. And I'm just surprised. I'm shocked actually sometimes when I see his tweets and his analysis, like how he's missing some of these things. Anyway, you see this rising wedge, where it formed was here, right? This is the last kind of node from where it formed. And so the breakdown, actually, you would take it to here. Whoops. Yeah, so you would draw it like this. So the breakdown would be exactly here, right? Confluent with our green box of support, where we would see support for the price at the end of the third wave be between 50, 55, and 53. So do you see sometimes it's not bad to have different styles? And like I said, Crypto Mo is excellent for pattern analysis, support and resistance. What's his name is okay as well. Carl from the Moon. He's okay in pattern analysis. I think Crypto Mo's better though. He's markedly better at doing pattern analysis. Anyway, a falling rising wedge gives you that same target. So it's very likely that we see that target. And just like I said this morning, right? If you're trading, one of the best ways, if you want to lose your money, one of the best ways is to go on smaller time frames and make your trading setups, your plans there, and trade that. There's too much noise and too much volatility. Unless you're like a master computer and you have taken every last thing into account, sometimes you'll get a Elliott wave and you'll have a failed fifth wave, and the fifth wave will retrace even lower than the fourth wave, or you'll get a sort of a failed sort of move here and there. You can't know all of that stuff is coming. You can't predict all of that stuff consistently, okay? This is why you do the large high time frame sort of moves, and then you trade that. So like here, you don't have to go in the daily. I'd go in the 4 hourly, but I've said this before on the channel. If you want to lose money, don't do this, okay? But if you want to be consistent, right? And a lot of you, I'm sure you've won a lot of trades, but you've lost more trades than you've won. Most people are like that, okay? If you want to consistently win, be able to live off of your trading, right? I'm not talking about trading only, right? Because the way you make money, the easiest way to make money in crypto, buying and holding. Buy low, sell high, okay? I'm not talking about that. This is how I make most of my money as well. I'm talking about your side money. How do you make, how do you say, cash flow, okay? Because you have to have money coming in repeatedly. You can't have money coming in repeatedly when you're not in a bull market, right? If you're in a bear market, what are you going to do for money? You know, maybe you stake, but you need income. Trading is a great way to get income, to consistently get money coming in. And how do you do that? You have to win your trades consistently. How do you win your trades consistently? High time frame moves. First wave, second wave, third wave retracement. You sell around here, you buy around here, meaning you take profit around here. You know, maybe you take the fourth wave off because it's just, you know, it's little. Yeah, 3-4% on leverage, 5%, that's something. Okay? You long this to the minimum, right? 236, because it has to retrace at least to the 236. Don't worry about if it's a complex correction or if it's a simple correction, if it goes up and down. Just buy low, sell high, right? Or don't do anything at all. If you sold up here, just let it go and then take profit down here, right? So this is what you do. You need to be patient. You need to be disciplined. You need to make your trade setups on a high time frame. And maybe you monitor your trades on a lower time frame, but that's basically how you're consistent, right? Keep it simple. This market can be very complicated. Remember, what you're looking at is not anything except people's emotions, buying, selling, greed, and fear. That's why it's so complicated. That's why it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, right? So yeah. I see very simply that we're going to get a bounce here. And remember, before you start longing for 4, if you choose to long for 4 and get that 3-4%, right? Remember, the minimum is going to be to the 236. So maybe a minimum retracement of 3%, 2%, probably 3% if the top is 5%, because I've got this at the 382. So maybe 3%, 3.5%. That's worth getting out of bed for if you're on high enough leverage, right? Remember, don't long until you see the reversal pattern, and the reversal pattern looks like what? It looks like an M or a pitchfork, right? It looks like this. Zoom out, higher time frame. It looks like that. Right? I can zoom out on the weekly and say it looks like that because it's all fractal. It doesn't matter how... Oh, hi. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Am I breaking up or something? yeah, anyway, it's fractal, so it's gonna look like that. So you wait for that, and then you get your reversal. I like to buy here or here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Um, cool. Can't the daily be an ascending channel if we close the daily here-ish? The daily be an ascending channel. Let me see what you mean. There's a little lag, so excuse the lag. Can the daily be an ascending channel? What exactly do you mean? What exactly do you mean? Can the daily be an ascending channel? You mean, can this be ascending channel? It's kind of. I mean, you could say it's an ascending wedge or an ascending channel. Crypto savvy. Crypto savvy. I've learned stuff from him, but he's said things that shocked me. And one of the things I stopped watching him. One of the reasons I stopped watching him. He said something that. Okay, he said that a flat correction can be a 5-3-5. Okay? From a beginner, I'm like, okay, whatever. Even from an intermediate trader, I'm like, okay, whatever. But he's supposed to be an expert in Elliott wave theory. And to say that, I'm like, wow. Like, no, you're gonna wreck some people if you're telling people that a flat correction, I mean, that's just a basic thing. Everybody knows that zigzag corrections are 5-3-5, flat corrections are 3-3-5, right? There's no exception to that. There's no such thing as a 5-3-5 flat correction. And he's counting his flat corrections as 5-3-5, and it's not so much the mistake, but the arrogance to not only admit the mistake but learn and say I was wrong. I haven't heard that from him. That's why I don't watch Crypto Savvy. I don't trust anybody that's never wrong. You know, it's I've learned a lot from him. I've watched him very carefully. Even a lot of times I don't agree with him, and I'll tell him, but I don't. In order to be great at something, I believe you have to make a lot of mistakes, and you're continually growing, and you have to continually learn. And you can't continually grow and learn if you don't make mistakes and you're not wrong. I never hear that from him, so I don't think. For me, I feel like it's hard to grow, and so sometimes I see him making certain errors, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, it doesn't make sense. And he'll have some confusion. I'm like, oh wow, he doesn't really understand this. So that's why I don't watch Savvy anymore. But I mean, it's no hate or anything like that. Everybody's doing their best, obviously, and he is, from what I understand, a profitable trader, which is not something many people can say. So he's doing something right. But that goes to show your favorite, crypto Twitter personality doesn't know much about charting. And the same people that are telling you we're going to the moon right now and there's no way that we're going down, some of them, not all of them, some of them are profitable traders. How? I don't know, but they have a system that works and that's repeatable. So if they can do it, you can definitely do it. So Leo, big brother, smaller time frame, 15 minutes. Can price come to 62K before dumping down? Let's look at that really quickly. Then I'll answer cool. 62K. I don't think so. It's possible, but I don't think so. All right, let's just look at that really quickly. Why? Okay, so let's go in the hourly time frame. Let's just say it could, okay? And I'll tell you why. Obviously, I don't know for a fact, but I just first instinct, or my gut reaction is no, because if 62K is up here, right, on this chart, right? What would that retracement look like? Let's say that this drop we took, and this is one thing I like to do. I don't even know what the wave count is for this, and I'm not going to pretend to know, but all I know is this is a top, right? And this is a bottom. So I'm going to pull my fibs from this top to this bottom, okay? And if I do that, I see that 62K 62K is below the 618, okay? But if this were the beginning of the downtrend, I would say sure, because it could be a two wave. But I don't think so, given that 62 is pretty much hugging the 618, okay? I don't know what this is. Is this like a... You know what? This looks like a zigzag. This looks like 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this looks like a zigzag. And it looks like it's possible that... So zigzag corrections go between the 0.5 and the 618, right? So I changed my mind. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. Gut reaction. I have no idea what this is. It could be a zigzag. I have no idea. Right? All I know is I'm taking profit here. I don't know what the hell this is. Could it go to 62? Sure. It could go to 62 before coming back down. Will it? I don't think so. If I had to put money on it, I don't think so, because even smaller time frame, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing dump, 3 waves. That's an A. So definitely there's 5 waves down and ABC correction, right? A, so in 3 waves. B, this is going to be B right here. So I think we're forming B, right? And then C probably, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. If this is A, 3 waves. This is B, 3 waves, right? 1, 2, 3. C goes up here to finish the correction, and then we continue down. Yes, I do think that 62 is likely, and I think that is likely. That's probable. That's probable sort of a move. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Back to Kukul. Let's see. If you zoom in on the 4-hour, it looks like a nice ascending channel, and the targets are like 51.5 down and 77.5 up. Let's see. 4-hourly time frame. Let's get rid of this. Oh, damn it. I hate when I do that. No. Okay. Ascending. If you look at ascending channel. Okay. Ascending channel. Do you mean so the ascending channel you're talking about is this, right? I think the 2 wave. Yeah, but there's no way in Elliott wave theory that a 2 wave can breach the 618, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, and it actually respected this to the T. And you'll see this, and I encourage you guys, if you haven't, backtest things. You won't really have the understanding ingrained until you backtest enough and you have enough screen time, enough chart time, and you see it for yourself. And then you'll start trading it like you'll use it as your edge. For instance, when I shorted the 2 wave, I was so confident when I saw that this was finding resistance at the 618. I was so confident that I was correct that this was a 1 wave and that this was a 2 wave retracement, and that I could put my stops literally $1 behind the 618 on whatever exchange I was using. That's how well that 618 is respected. Okay? And this is why there's no way that this breaks up. It just doesn't. It never happens. And that's pretty strong for a market where anything can happen, right? That's one of the premises of the market. The market, anything can happen. I've never seen this. Never seen the 618 breached in a two wave, right? So that's why the breakdown, and you say the breakdown's 51.5. I'm just not sure how you're calculating that, or are you calculating this ascending wedge? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Same as the daily. Let's see. Same as the daily. The anchor points. I see. You're using this anchor point down here. Okay, it's possible. It's just this wick doesn't have much volume to it. Meaning there are not as many buyers and sellers in here as there are here. So I would say that's less likely. It's less likely for price action to stop or find support here than it is here, because it's just, this is a wick, right? That's my only argument against that. Otherwise, yeah. Where did you learn Elliott wave theory from? Most of the Elliott wave theory that I learned it obviously from, tons of YouTube, tons of, just wherever I can find it, to be honest. Like, I study voraciously. It doesn't matter the source, as long as I perceive the source to be credible, I'll study from it, okay? And I always talk about this book, Elliott Waves Made Simple. There's a lot of other books, but this one was recommended to me by somebody in Elliott Wave, the Elliott Wave Foundation or something like that. And then it had good Amazon reviews, so I love this book. I've read it up and down, and I've annotated it. I talk about it all the time. I highly recommend Elliott Waves Made Simple. The only changes I would make is on page 54, you'll see here, it says wave 5 Fibonacci levels. Wave 5 usually ends between the 618 of wave 3. Wave 5 usually ends between inverse 1618 of wave 4. I would add to that, wave 5 can end between inverse 1236 and 1618 of wave 4. Okay, or 123.6 and 161.8 of wave 4. I would add that. I've gotten burned by that. And I learned it outside of this book that it's possible that wave 5 end between the 1236 and the 1618. Then I would also add here, and these are literally the only things that I've found, like the small errors, errata, right? They're not errors, they're just, maybe you can call them errors. You would have another edition, you would fix this. Wave C usually ends between 100% and 123.6% of wave A, okay? And I would say that depending on the context, this is true. But I've seen quite often wave C ending in 786. At the 786, I've seen wave C end at the 618 even. Quite often. I'll show you a quick example. Here. Very quickly. So let's go on the 15-minute time frame. And like I said, this is clearly a dump, right? This is an ABC. This is 3 waves. This is hard to kind of say otherwise, right? This is A, B, C very clearly. This is wave C of this move, right? If you take the Fibonacci extension tool for wave A down to wave B retracement, you'll see that wave C ends between the 0.5 and the 618. Why? It's because this is a failed breakout. Okay, and so in failure, wave C can end much further below the 1 and the 1236. Although so basically we're in a downtrend and this is trying to go up and this is why it's failed. But if we're kind of in a normal correction, because right now basically price is kind of struggling against the trend, right? And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is why it's so hard to count these waves, because up and down, and I'm going to remove this just so we can see more clearly. Up and down, you see price try to regain some footing. The bulls are trying to reestablish. You see this big wick. We're reestablishing the uptrend, and it's failing. Reestablishing a sort of attempt to reestablish uptrend. Failure. Attempt to reestablish. Oops. Attempt to reestablish the uptrend. Failure. Attempt to reestablish the uptrend. Failure. Attempt to reestablish the uptrend. Failure. This is why it's so hard to count. This is why it's so hard to make sense of this activity and to trade this activity right now, because it's basically struggling against the trend. And it's failing. It's failure upon failure upon failure. And actually that's the definition of a bearish asset. That's the definition of a bear market, where price wants to go up. It wants to meet its targets to the upside, its bullish targets, but it fails to do so. Okay, and that's one of the instances where the wave C typically does not reach the 100 and 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, and so this is one of the things I would add to this book. Otherwise, I think this book is great. I highly recommend it. It's Elliott Waves Made Simple. It's on Amazon. Just a few bucks. Master Elliott Wave in 48 hours. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is yeah, you know what? I'm not there yet. I spend most of my time with my day job, taking care of my family, and then trading. And I guess the other time I'm doing the daily show and the live stream, and I kind of use YouTube chat as my chat with you guys, with the community. In time, maybe I'll have a Telegram or Discord or whatever. But I just don't want to overwhelm myself right now. I'm still trying to establish my trading business. And yeah, so I spend most of my time establishing my trading business, just getting things going, managing my investments. And yeah, so it pretty much between everything else that I do, it takes up all my time. Speaking of my investments, let's go into VRA and see. And so, just like I told you all, I'm not just telling you all to sell the top. I'm trying to sell the top as well. I think everybody tries to sell the top, but some people tell themselves, and I hate this phrase. I hate when people say this. Nobody can tell. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. That means, AKA, we have no fucking clue. And because we don't know, and we can't imagine anybody else knowing, nobody must know. Nobody knows what the price is going to do, right? And then don't try to sell the tops. It's impossible. like that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So what the hell are you in crypto for if you're not trying to sell the tops? Are you trying to stimulate the crypto economy by buying, right? Or what are you doing? Are you here for what are you doing? For the conversation. It is pretty good conversation, but obviously everybody's trying to sell high, buy low. Definitely try to sell the tops. And it's not impossible, okay? You can do it. Many people have done it. Many people haven't done it, but it's possible. We have the tools to do it, okay? And about that, let's go into Bitcoin really quick. Let me go back into Bitcoin for a second. Let's look at why it's possible to sell the top. Okay, let's go into Bitcoin in May. Okay, the previous top before the A drop. How long do you think you had to sell the top? Right, the people who say it's impossible to sell the top, you can't time it. Timing the market is impossible. Time in the market beats timing the market, right? Again, bullshit. Both. It's not this or that. It's this and that. Why do one and not the other? Both be in the market, be exposed, spend time in the market, learn about the market, study technical analysis, study fundamental analysis, learn about the assets that you're investing into, right? And at the same time, find out a way that you can possibly sell the top so that you can make as much money as possible, right? And so, like, that's rubbish. Don't listen to it. Right here, you can see this top. Well, let me be more accurate. So on the 4-hourly time frame, the absolute top, if you literally wanted to sell the absolute top of Bitcoin, right? I mean the top, $66,664, or maybe say 66,000. You literally had 20 hours to do it. You had 20 hours. So that's selling the top. Let's say you wanted to sell near the top. Okay? At 63. You literally had... I'm still not done. I don't even have enough space. There's too much... You had so much time. You have so much opportunity to sell at 63. Look at all this time. You had 14 days to sell at 63. 14 days. Okay? So when people tell you it's impossible to sell the top, you're telling me in 14 days you can't press that button once? You can't unstake whatever you were staking? Maybe, I don't know. This is why it's not impossible. The people who tell you, sometimes they have no idea about technical analysis. They haven't spent time learning it. Maybe they have already made their money and they just made their money buying and holding. They haven't learned technical analysis, so they think you don't need to, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. If you know how to read a chart, you can figure something out within 14 days of how, you can read a top signal, right? There are all these indicators. There's all this stochastic RSI. There's a volume indicators. There's, you can buy indicators. You can figure out a top in 14 days. You can bust out the vital algo indicator or something, the market cipher indicator, or the what's the other indicator? The Lux algo indicator, if you want to buy indicators. And those things will show you this is a reversal signal. We're going back up. This is a reversal signal. Strong uptrend. Like, it's not that difficult. So don't listen to anybody who tells you can't sell the top. Just because they can't do it or they don't think they can do it doesn't mean you can't. And that's why if you start from the premise that you can't, then you can't. Then you won't even attempt to start. There's an old Persian saying, anybody that's ever caught a zebra, or is it an antelope? Anybody who's ever caught the zebra has first set out to get it or run after it, right? But nobody who's thought, oh, it's impossible to catch the zebra, they've never caught the zebra. And are there zebras in Iran? I have no idea. Is it a zebra or is it an antelope? I don't know. But, the idea is the same, right? You can sell the top. Don't let anybody think you can't. A technical analysis is really not that difficult. Trading is another beast altogether, right? But technical analysis is not that difficult, okay? It's actually decently simple. You can make some mistakes, but by and large, if it's going up or it's going down, you can probably tell a large time frame. Small time frame, a little more difficult. Large time frame, yeah. You can't, it's a little harder to answer when things are going to go up, when things are going to go down, and then, yeah, that's it. When is very difficult, and then small time frame is a little more difficult, but then large time frame is not that complicated. All right, let's go into VRA and see what the hell I'm going to do, when I'm going to sell this, how I'm going to sell this, where I think is a good, where I think is a good place to sell. Okay, so zooming out really quickly. Again, same thing with VRA, same thing as Bitcoin, right? Put the log on. You got 5 waves up, and then A, B, C, right? So we had an A, got the B. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm trying to sell the B of the B, right? And actually, these B waves happen there's probably thousands of them, but on a scale that we don't look at, right? I'm just looking at the big ones, but like before the price turns around, that happens over and over and over and over and over again on a smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller time frame. That's basically price telling you, here's another chance, here's another chance, here's another chance, here's another chance, right? And sometimes even selling on the B wave, you make more money than if you sell on the top. And this is why selling the top is not that difficult. You don't have to predict. You don't have to predict. Again, selling the top, you don't have to predict the top. Once it happens, it'll tell you it happened. If, let's say, you tried to sell the top here, actually, you would have made more money waiting. You're going to have to wait a little bit, but waiting 196 days from the top, then you can sell at a higher price. Okay? Why? Because you know, if you know anything about technical analysis of Elliott wave theory, you know you get a B wave. Although that B wave took 196 days to execute, you know that this was the top because of this A wave. But you know that price action, the market is forgiving. It actually is forgiving. The market is a bitch. It's treacherous. It can take all your money, but all the while, it is also forgiving. See this? You lose you clearly lose the trend. No debate. You know, this is not subtle. This is not a subtle drop, right? This drop is a drop of, whoops. This is an 83% drop. It's even more. It's just it's an 87% drop, okay? So if you went through all of that and you held, and you went through this B wave, okay? Now you have another chance to sell the top even higher than the actual top of the 5-wave impulse, okay? This is why selling the top isn't hard. You get opportunities. There's an opportunity here. Let's say you wanted to sell. You could have sold here. All right, drop. Now you get another chance to sell. I missed this completely. I missed it. So, but I get another chance. Now this B wave is going to be even higher than the initial B wave. We saw the same thing in Bitcoin, okay? And I just want you guys to see these patterns happen. It doesn't matter what the asset is. You see the same patterns over and over. This is why we went all-time high. And again, another all-time high. B waves after B wave after B wave gives the opportunity to make multiple all-time highs. Go on the 4-hourly time frame. All-time high in May, okay? Sorry. What am I saying? This is October. All-time high, right? 67. A wave, broke trend. Okay, now something's happening. We're breaking trend. Got my attention. I knew we were going to get a B wave. B wave, new all-time high, 69. Okay? A wave of that B wave. Or sorry, A wave, yeah, A wave of that B wave. And then another B wave with a new even all-time high of 69,129. You get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to sell the top. Okay? Don't let them tell you you can't do it. It's just people who don't know how to chart. They don't know much about charting. And, you know, you put in your 10,000 hours, and I don't know who wrote the book, who has this theory, but it's a theory about, it's a famous theory. To master any skill requires 10,000 plus hours of practice, 10,000 plus hours of application, right? Go ahead and put your 10,000 plus hours in. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And even way before that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This stuff is not rocket science. It's really not. It's just 5 waves up or 5 waves down and then 3 waves correcting. And then in between, there's a lot of little rules and principles and stuff like that, but that's the basics, okay? Now, VRA. I want to sell up here. Why? Because I see that we have this A wave, broke trend. I'm trying to sell on the B wave. All right, how do I predict the B wave? 2 waves. 2 ways, rather. One, I can look and see what Veracity has done in the past, okay? So I go on the daily time frame and I see that from this A wave, we made a B wave. I want to see the proportion. How much higher is this this B wave to this A wave? So I pull my Fibonacci retracements tool, right? Very simply, from the top of 5 down to the bottom of A, and I see that B went up almost to the top of the 1, 2, 3, 6 Fibonacci level. This is why Fibonacci retracement, it's so powerful. It's just trends. This market veracity, this assets repeat. They don't repeat, but they rhyme, right? So it likes to go to the 1, 2, 3, 6, okay, or close to the 1, 2, 3, 6. Remember that, okay? So that's a higher time frame, but it doesn't matter. Remember, this is all fractal. So whatever you see on one time frame, you can see on another time frame, on a smaller time frame. So we can stay on the daily time frame, actually, no problem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in log. Just no, I'm going to get out of log. Why? Because it's a smaller time frame and it doesn't make sense to be in log. It's less accurate, I think. So I'm going to get out of log. Okay? I don't think it will accurately give me a good prediction because the move from 6 to 9 is not logarithmic, okay? It's just linear. So if I go, once again, from the top of this to the bottom of A, the top of B will be 9.47 cents, okay? And this is one way I can do prediction. So if I see that B typically goes to the top of 1, 2, 3, 6 or close to the 1, 2, 3, 6, then I think, okay, around 9.3 cents is a good sell. I could say 9.4, but I don't want to miss it, okay? I don't want to be that guy that got greedy, that set his limit order for 9.4, go to sleep. How long will I have? I don't know. This is a smaller time frame. So maybe I have, a few hours to sell. But maybe I'm sleeping for those few hours. So I want to be careful. So instead of saying 9.4, I'm going to say 9.3 or even 9.2. I'm going to show you why I'm going to say 9 cents. Okay? So delete that. Go into smaller time frames because I want to show you something. Okay? Here we go. A, B, C. That's the A wave, okay? B wave, we all know, is also comprised of 3 waves. A, B, C. All right? So, oops. What is this? 1, 2, 3. That looks like an A. Looks like we're making a B. Okay? And so we're coming down, and then we're going to probably come down again. So A, B, C. Remember, B is counter trend. If the larger trend of B is up, the B wave of B is counter trend. So A was towards the trend. Hope you guys see this. It's not too confusing. This is clearly, I'm going to just bust this out. This is clearly the A, right? This is clearly B. It's going to go counter trend, right? And then C is going to be impulse 5 waves up, okay? That's something we see every day. We see it all the time. If you look at enough price action, you see that all the time, whatever asset, okay? So we can confidently read that. Now, how do you predict C with A and B? Now that you have A, maybe B's not complete, but B's close to completing. You see that H, right? Completing. B's at least come down to here. It can come down even lower, but it's at least come down to here. Given what we know now, we can predict C given A and B. Okay? With, again, this is not like it's definitely going to happen. This is just probability, right? Probabilistically, we saw an Elliott wave made simple. C retraces typically to between 100% and 123.6 of A. Bust out the Fibonacci extension tool. Go from the beginning of the A to the end of A. The retracement of B, let's say this is the bottom of B. Okay? Now, between 1 and 1,236, you get 8.55 cents and 9.1. This is why I'm trying to sell out 9 cents. Okay? You see some confluence there. I'm going to leave that on. And again, I'm going to pull out the regular retracement from the top of this A wave down to the bottom. And you see that my 1236 is up at 9.4 cents, okay? But my probabilistic range of price action is between the 1 and 1236 of this sort of smaller price action, right? Of the ABC, the C wave extension, right? So it's telling me that B is going to top out most likely at the 1236 at 9.1 cents. It's not going to go all the way to the 9.4 cents. It's going to go between 8.5 and 9.1. That's confluence. You see, you have confluence with two methods of analysis, with two projections. We used a larger frame projection with the A retracement between the 1 and the 1236 that we typically got from VRA in the recent past, and then the more fine-tuned C wave extension between the 1 and 1236, giving you 8.5 to 9.1 cents. And so I guess if you really want to be safe, you take the median of that, which is 8.8 cents, but I'm greedy. I'm holding out hope for a clean 9 cents. We'll see. I'm going to keep tracking it. But this is basically my analysis, and this is my method for trying to time the top. And again, it's not going to happen in 2 seconds and then, we're over. Let's see if we can't see how long we may have to at the top, okay? So let's look at this. This is a previous top on this time frame, right? A topped out, and it gave market participants approximately 8 days to sell this top. Understand, again, you don't have to be a genius to sell the top. You don't have to be lucky. You don't have to stay up all day. You had 8 days to sell this top. 8 days, the top of this B wave. 8 days, okay? This is obviously a larger time frame, a larger move, okay? So I don't anticipate that you'll have 8 days with this. Maybe you have half as long, 3 days, 4 days. But again, you're going to have time. So there's no reason to rush. Even actually, I'm going to put my limit order at the top, right? At 9.1 at the top, because I'm going to have time to move it and change it to the bottom. If it fills, it fills, right? But I'm going to have time. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with Veracity. I know a lot of people, when I put those videos out, get annoyed because they're like, why are you saying that Veracity is going to go down? Maybe they don't understand what technical analysis is. They're saying you're not taking into account any of the new partnerships and all that stuff. And, they want to make money in this. And, my saying that kind of threatens their belief of their being able to make money. To all of you in Veracity, I say this coin will go beyond your wildest imaginations. If you thought 75 cents was high, it may breach $1 easily, okay? It's just a question of when. And, I know a lot of us are impatient. We're in crypto, so we like fast money. Okay, that's fine. But we are going to have a correction. From what I'm seeing, it's highly unlikely that we don't. And you can hold all the way down. Okay, that's fine. You can keep it staked, which a lot of you have done. Keep it staked and earn your 7%, 0.07% daily. That's fine. But I think it would be wise to sell near here and then buy back again. You'll just multiply your bags much more than you would ever do staking, okay? Is it risky? Yeah, but it's not that risky because you have months, right? Months to buy back. And you're going to have months to see the price go down and down and down and down and down and down and down, okay? And then once we get here, then we're going to move, okay? So that's what I'm seeing with VRA. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. I want everybody to make money. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do anything, right? And again, last thing I'm going to say about this, let's say you don't know anything about technical analysis, right? And I show you this indicator. I say, this is a stochastic RSI. Basically, it shows your momentum, the strength, relative strength of the asset. What would you say is happening here? Are we going up or down? Like, in what world, in what universe is this bullish? Is this like we're going up? Like, to those saying there's no way or it's possible that we moon from here. Like, guys, let's be honest. It's been going down. That's basically what this indicator is showing you. It's been going down. It's gone down once, quite a lot, went back up, and it's been going down. So it's just, and this is the weekly, not the monthly, not the 15-minute, or sorry, this is the weekly, not the 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was useful. I really love hearing you guys, your opinions, your perspectives. I'm of the belief that no matter how good I was today, I want to be better tomorrow, and the only way I can be better tomorrow if I find something I'm not doing as well, and if I am able to learn from somebody that knows something that I don't know. And there's, I think I'm good at this technical analysis stuff because I'm always learning and I'm always open to learning and I'm always getting better. I'm always perfecting something. I'm looking for errors or inefficiencies, inadequacies in my understanding, in my knowledge. So I'm continually growing. I'm never satisfied. And part of that, part of why I love YouTubing, and it's not because I'm getting a lot of money from YouTube. I don't get any money from YouTube. I like it for two reasons. One, it forces me to put my ideas out. I actually watch my own videos because a lot of times I'm the first person that needs to hear my advice and listen to what I'm saying. A lot of times when I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself, and I'm saying things I want to do that I'm not doing well enough, or that I'm not listening to, that I've written in my trade journal, that I'm not following, right? So that's one of the reasons I like doing this. It's kind of like I'm journaling and you guys happen to be watching as well. The second reason is because sometimes you guys share things that I didn't know or that I didn't see, or you say something that I didn't think of. I love that, right? What's better than one mind? 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? So I like the community. I like people that are one, willing to learn, right? People who come on this channel, one, are willing to learn. They're open to learning. I'm not selling trade signals or giving trade, buy here, sell there, not necessarily, This is just analysis. So people who subscribe like analysis and they're interested in learning a skill, right? If it's Elliott wave, if it's pattern analysis, just general technical analysis. So when learners get together, just like in schools, you get better by virtue of being around other people learning. So that's another reason I love it. So yeah, definitely share your opinion, share your thoughts, share your criticisms, whatever. Let's grow together and learn together. That's pretty much it for me. If you guys have any requests, if you want to know anything about anything, just leave it in the chat. If not, I'll wrap the stream up. I'll give it a while because I'll give it a bit because I know it's there's a little bit of lag. Looks like there's some green. Oh, I know why. It's because we just closed the daily channel, or closed a daily candle. That's why. Looks like we dropped a bit. Let's see. What are we doing here? Okay, strong channel here, or strong candle here. This could be C that takes us up to the 62. Maybe not. I don't know. this could just be more downside price action. This just in this wave down, this may just be a counter. Looks maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible this is just one wave. Yeah, I think so. Wait, let's see. This was 5 waves up. This was B. This was A, B, C. Correction down. Yeah, this looks like it's a 2 wave coming up. If it stops at the 618, it's a 2 wave, and we can expect 5 larger waves down to the bottom of this trading range. All right. Well, if that's it, then thanks guys for coming. Appreciate your time. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Good luck in whatever you're doing, trading, investing. Hope you make tons of money. I'm so excited to be in this space at this time. We're so lucky. We're all so early, honestly. I know people say that all the time, but I really believe it. This is like we're power users on the internet, and it's 1994, and we're investing in Amazon and Google, right? So much love, and good luck. Just keep going every day. Learn a little bit. That's going to translate into your making your life-changing wealth. Just stay with the space. The more you learn, the more you'll make. All right, have a good day, night, wherever you are. And that's it from me. Bye, guys.